Why does Conor McGregor gas out in his fights? What's up guys, Tom Fazio here. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you ain't, I try to produce a few videos a week here. If you'd like to be updated, please hit the things wherever down there and subscribe, like, and all that jazz. Get notified. Now, this is a fun topic. This is a topic that is central to all of sports performance and quite fundamental in the mind-body domain, which is where I tend to put most of my time and energy. But it's a fascinating phenomenon to see somebody at the highest levels of performance make basic breathing mistakes. And this is, I think, easily identifiable when you really watch the tapes, but there is a breathing master coach, Patrick McCowan, who's really become prominent over the last few years, and he's pointed out and actually tried to communicate with Conor McGregor's coach about his breathing technique. Now, as most of us know, Conor kills it in the first 2 to 3 rounds, comes out with a ton of power, a ton of focus, and then he starts to slow down, his precision starts to die, his stamina starts to die in rounds 4 and 5. Now, it's easier for some people to say it's a stamina issue, that he's not doing enough cardio, but we all know the guy trains, right? Now, what you can identify easily when you watch his fights, first of all, he's a mouth breather. Second of all, he's a chest breather. Now, the combination of these two things will have one very simple byproduct. You're going to expunge too much carbon dioxide when you breathe. We might call it hyperventilation. Now, there are some places to practice a technique like this, like the Wim Hof technique uses a hyperventilation technique to prime some of the other breath retention exercises that they do and actually stimulate adrenaline, and that has a host of awesome consequences to it. But when you're doing this in athletic performance, expunging too much CO2 actually prevents you from being able to utilize oxygen that's in the blood. Now, oxygen in the blood is a pretty heavily regulated process. Just because you breathe more doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to pack in and store a whole lot more oxygen or accumulate a whole lot more oxygen. There's a little bit of speculation around this, but most of the studies that look at this don't find a significant difference in terms of how much oxygen is taken up into the blood. But they do find a difference in how much carbon dioxide is in the blood. And what happens is as you start to expunge too much carbon dioxide, your body stops releasing oxygen from the blood into the muscle cells to, convert to ATP and do work, basically. But what happens is if you can start to suppress that a little bit, control the amount of CO2 that you expunge, still get that air in, but keep the mouth closed, breathe through the nose as much as possible, slowly and with abdominal breathing. These two help regulate the amount and pace of CO2 that's coming out. Well, that gives an order to the hemoglobin in your blood to release stored oxygen into the muscle cells to produce work. And so while this is not meant to hate on McGregor in any way, I'm actually a big fan. This is to look at how the rest of us apply this principle for ourselves, because it's really important if we're doing anything that is endurance-based, and especially if we're fighting and we've got that kind of skin in the game where we can get hurt in the process. Stamina does matter. It matters a lot. And you hear some self-defense people say, oh, well, a fight only lasts 7 seconds or only 30 seconds. Well, you don't know. You don't know what you're preparing for. And whether you're preparing for a ring match or whether you're focused on self-defense, stamina matters. Your ability to weather stress and control your stress response matters. All of this is regulated through breathing, right? Yeah, fun topic, guys. Let me know if you've got any questions on this or would like me to cover anything similar to it. But hey, breathing, it matters. It is the essence of performance, in fact. Stop breathing, you die. So yeah, if you got any questions, please let me know in the comments. If you want me to look at anything in particular related to martial arts, mind-body stuff, drop them in the comments. Yeah, and until the next time, please like, subscribe, be weightless.